October 3rd, 1986. Deep beneath the Atlantic, aboard Soviet submarine K-219, something is very wrong. A missile tube flood, toxic fumes, and failing safety systems combine into a disaster, one that could escalate into nuclear catastrophe. And all that stands between obliteration and survival is one man's courage, quick thinking, and the cold, unyielding pressure of a metal hull in the dark ocean. The K-219 is a ballistic missile submarine patrolling waters far from shore. Its nuclear-armed missiles, reactor systems, and hull integrity are its lifeblood. If even one system fails catastrophically, the crew risks an explosion that could be misinterpreted as an act of war. On this night, a critical missile tube has been breached, seawater flooding in. Fumes are spreading, systems are going haywire, and somewhere in the reactor compartment, a rod that controls the reactor's safety is stuck. One wrong move, and not just the submarine, but the geopolitical balance of power could tip toward disaster. As sensors warn of rising reactor temperatures, orders are shouted through corridors. They attempt to isolate the damage, seal the missile bay, vent the noxious gases. Engineers move to manual control of coolant valves, but equipment fails under strain. Communication to command is spotty. Fear spreads among the crew. What rescue will come? If this sub is hit or misinterpreted by nearby NATO ships, the consequences would be enormous. Enter Sergei Anatolyevich Preminin, a young sailor in engineering duty. He realizes that the reactor risk is growing exponentially. The automatic systems are failing. Someone must enter the reactor compartment and force the control rods back into place by hand. Preminin volunteers. The compartment is scalding, filled with steam, toxic atmosphere. The hatch is difficult to access. Protective gear is minimal. His exposure time must be limited. He enters. Inside, the radiation burns. He struggles. The rods are warped, swollen. The hatch may jam. He uses pure physical strength to wedge the rod mechanism into its slot. Every second matters. Outside, crew wait with bated breath. Gauges fluctuate. He completes one rod, then another. But the hatch won't open. The pressure difference is too great. Breathing air is slim. He's trapped. Outside, alarms blare. Crew try to force the hatch open, but time slips away. As the reactor temperature peaks and stabilizing systems kick in, repair crews manage to restore auxiliary cooling and isolate the damaged tube. But Preminin remains locked inside. The rest of the submarine crew hears nothing but static and the distant roar of the sea. Hours later, once systems are safe, they open the hatch. Too late. Preminin is gone. Though they prevented a nuclear meltdown, the cost is high. Preminin dies. Others suffer radiation poisoning. Medical records are sealed. The Soviet state hushes the story. For years, few know what really happened aboard K-219. Eventually, after political changes, his name is remembered. He is posthumously awarded honors. But the secrecy, the suffering, and the human cost remain largely hidden from the public. What did it mean then for one man to choose sacrifice over safety? For thousands of miles underwater, in the cramped, deadly corridors of submarine life, courage was measured in seconds. Sergei Preminin didn't survive, but because of what he did, catastrophe was avoided. His story reminds us, even when systems fail, one individual's act can shift the fate of many. In silence, in darkness, some stand up. Sergei Preminin's sacrifice is not just history, It's a mirror. In our age of hidden systems and nuclear threat, courage still matters. We still need to remember those who prevented disasters we never fully knew were possible.